Ironically, my service dog is not with me right now. She's outside living her best life, playing in the garden and stuff. So, hello, lovelies. Welcome back. If you've been here for a while, if you're new here, super excited to have you. Welcome. Please stay. I'm super excited to share today with you all some insider info on my service dog Eden and how she's been going through lockdown and surviving a pandemic as a working animal. So if you follow me on other platforms like Instagram and Facebook, you'll see a lot of her cuteness there. So head on over if you want. But in this video, we're gonna stick to chatting about how we have been doing over the last year and a half, where we're at now, what it's been like for Eden. If you don't know, Eden is a yellow Labrador Retriever cross. She has been with me since she was 2 years old, and I've had her for almost 7 years now. Our anniversary is in October, and she is sassy and gorgeous, and I am obsessed with her. So get ready for some dog mom level love. I think it'd be good to look at what our pre-pandemic lifestyle looked like, so we have a comparison. We went to work every day. My schedule was super flexible, really interesting and dynamic, where a lot of the time we were at conferences, we go to different hotels, we go flying to Joburg and stuff, and she would come with me to all of those things. So Eden is used to seeing so many different people in different locations, different environments. So her norm is a lot of simulation, diverse experiences, different things every day. So going from that busyness and exciting things in the world and learning new spaces and learning new things about places, all of a sudden, overnight, everything was different. And for Eden, her jacket, when she's wearing her jacket, it means she's working, and so she goes into a work mode, and she's super excited to be of service and to live out her purpose as a working dog. And now we're in lockdown, and we're not going anywhere. We're not seeing anybody that's not living in our home. And there's no real explanation in her experience as to why that is. So when we're at home, Eden is not in her jacket, so she is technically off duty, even though she is ever ready to be of service and help me whenever or wherever I am. She's technically not working. And then we went into lockdown and we were at home all the time. But now, because we weren't going anywhere, we weren't putting her jacket on every day, And so she didn't click over into that work mode, which was confusing to her. Remember that while all of that's happening with Eden, I'm also going through a lockdown in a global pandemic and trying to navigate how I feel and my anxiety around being high risk and living with other family members who are also high risk. That's been a lot. And so having Eden has been an incredible gift during this time, because she is always ready to give love and support and comfort to everybody around her. And that's been really special while we figure out this new way of working. So she was good with that for a while. And this is where I know that she's not ready to retire yet. And she really does feel her purpose in her work, because when she's not doing it, she changes and she gets sad. During initial hard lockdown, which was 21 days, and after the initial adjustment to that and the realization that we were going to be in this for way longer than 21 days, Eden's skills as a service dog actually got better. I think she was trying to show that she can still do things to prove herself as a capable working dog. So that's a win, I guess. She upped her skill level. But on the other hand, she has become super needy in terms of attention, and you can see that she has a level of anxiety that she didn't have before the pandemic. She's always needed like encouragement when she is doing her skills and her work. She's always needed some little words of like, good job baby, it's working, good job, thank you. But it's a bit different now. You can feel that if we're home for more than a day, she gets antsy and she will bring me everything, even the things I don't need, she'll bring them. And we're just kind of embracing this phase of her figuring out how to function as a working dog in a pandemic. We're going with it, and she's finding a balance. When the regulations changed and we were allowed to exercise and go outside and walk dogs for 3 hours or something a day, it was amazing. By this time, we hadn't left our house in 67 days or something. And so I was solidly in my anxiety bubble. But having Eden and knowing that she has needs as well, needs that I am responsible for addressing, meant that I had to get over my anxiety or get through my anxiety about leaving home and leaving our safe space to support her well-being. And in that process, I think it also helped me with my well-being and my mental health, because it was really hard to leave home after feeling safe inside and going into the scary outside world where we don't know what's happening or how safe it is outside was a big step. And if I didn't have Eden to sort of force me to go outside to walk her, I think I still wouldn't have left the house. And then when things started opening up more and we could go to shops and things, I was still really nervous, and it took me a while to get back into taking her with me to places because they were really hectic protocols with how they were letting people into shops, and so I wasn't sure how they would react to me bringing my dog with me, and that was an anxiety that I just wasn't ready to address. And I have since stopped worrying about that, and I take her with me, and now people can just deal. On the plus side though, people don't really touch Eden anymore. Before, people always wanted to pet her and say hi to her, and you're not supposed to do this, people. You're not supposed to pet a working dog. But people can't resist the urge to pet her because, oh, she's so cute. I know I'm not supposed to, but I can't help myself. Just help yourselves. That's my rant for the minute. But now, people are a lot more aware of what they are touching and what they are engaging with. People want to touch as few things as possible, which means they are not petting my service dog inappropriately and whenever they want, which brings a lot less anxiety to me, which is a wonderful perk to this whole situation. We're finding silver linings right now. That's what we're doing. So that's been great. I don't have to moan at people about touching her because they don't do it anymore. They don't touch anything. The amazing thing for me is that even though we have gone through this crazy pandemic and it's still going on, when we are in these settings, like in a mall, Eden will slip right back into her work mode, like before the pandemic, and it's like it's her happy place. She is super proud to be wearing her jacket, to be representing her colleagues, other working dogs, and she'll look at people and be like, look, I'm working here. I guess the lesson here is that yes, we have been intensely and irrevocably impacted by this pandemic, and I don't think we will ever fully comprehend how much it has affected us. But we are not the only ones experiencing this. Our pups are too, and that's the beautiful thing that I'm taking from this whole journey, is that over this past year and a half, our pups have been there and supported us through not knowing what we're doing and not knowing what they're doing. We're just figuring it out together, and we're gonna get through it together. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, that you've learned something or gained a new perspective. If you have a service dog or a working dog of some kind and can relate to our experiences, or you have your own, please share those with us in the comments. I love hearing the different things that people do with their pups and how these dogs truly are life-changing beings for all of us. So have a beautiful day, and we will see you next time. Stay safe, guys.